Hi, hello, welcome to the soft space of the internet. If you're seeing this video, if you watched any videos on my channel, all of those videos are catered to every single person on this planet. All of these videos are in resonance, they are a frequency, but ultimately, I'm keeping the intention that it reaches every single person. It may reach people who are needing this message. It may reach people who don't didn't kn- knew didn't know that they needed this message, and it may reach people who can't comprehend what I'm telling right now but are going to come back again to see that what all I said was true. This is a part of my truth, and I'm going to be speaking that to you. So I request you to please soften your gaze and listen, and just keep your attention here for a few moments if it's possible. If it's not possible at this moment, you can keep it later. Schedule this because it matters. This matters. Listening matters. Now, my voice is soft today and I don't have my mic, so this may be less audible than the videos I've done so far, so please excuse that, but I just couldn't not tell what I've learned to you. And yeah. Now, to start, let me tell the sentence for today. The sentence is it's okay. It's okay. It is it. What it? What is okay? It means something. What is it here? It means a situation. It means the present moment. Let's say that in the present moment, you are feeling like you need to be productive while you're sick. Okay? Let's just keep it like that. So, the it is a situation in which you're in right now. You are wanting to be productive because you think that being productive equals to you mattering, equals to you being valuable enough so that you can utilize this sick time to achieve more and thus to be more valuable. So that is the situation. The situation is not surface level. It's not the fact that you want to be productive while you're sick. It's the fact that you think that because of that, because of that, because of that. So that's the situation. And is. It is. This situation is something. It's a situation. First, first believe that the situation that you're in right now is the situation that you're in right now. Don't overcomplicate it. The fact that you're wanting to feel productive while you're sick means that you want to perfectionize the fact that you don't perfectionize the fact that being valuable is being productive. So you want to perfect the fact that you are lazy because you think you're lazy in some sense. This is just an example, but this can also apply to life. The life that you're living right now is your life. Believe that. Don't think that the life that you're in right now is because you were meant to be here for some type of purpose. For the sake of this video, trust that whatever you're feeling and whatever you're going through and whatever you're going to go through is a part of what all the choices that you've made until this point in your life. So it's because of those choices that you've come here. And it's because of the fact that you've came here that you're watching this video, that you're learning, that the fact that you came here is the situation that you're in, and the fact that you came here is the situation that you have to believe that you're in, and nothing else matters in this present moment. The fact that you're going to be someone else, the fact that you want to be productive, the fact that you want to that you have a root, that you have a root of not being okay with being lazy or not being okay with resting, the fact that you want to perfect yourself, those are all those are all important. Those all make the situation it. But that isn't what is. What is you. You are what you are here in this situation. I hope this is making sense. In this life, you are going to be you. It doesn't, irrespective of the situation, irrespective of what it means. In the end, you are what is. So, is means not resisting the fact that you are here. It's insisting the fact, it's insisting in yourself that you are here to be in this present moment and in nothing else. You know why you have to insist that? Because that is your life. That is what you're living in. See, let me explain this clearly so that it resonates with all of you. Insistence and resistance. You are resisting something, and I'm wanting you to insist that you're okay with just being. Because being is what you are, it is what is. Now, when you insist the fact that you're being what is, you are also insisting the fact that the feelings that are present in this moment, the mindsets that are bursting inside of you in this moment, that the fact that all the culmination of all of the things that you've chosen and the consequences that have come after it have all gave you the fact that you're in this present moment. All of those thoughts come to us, right? Those are all what is coming now, and those are your thoughts, and that is what you have to insist on. You have to insist that you're feeling these thoughts. You have to insist that you're feeling these emotions. You have to insist that what you're feeling is what is, and thus what is valuable. If it's what is, if, okay, to take a large example, we know that there is space. We know that there is space, and we can feel the vastness of space within us as well. Because we can feel it, we know that it is there. So we have already insisted the fact in us that there is space. Now, because we've insisted that fact, what it has made us is that we have learned to insist in ourselves that what space is valuable because we've insisted it. We are not resisting the fact that space is valuable. Why is it not valuable? Why is it not what is? Why can't it be what is? Why can't your life be just what it is? Why should you overcomplicate it? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, because if I'm saying that you shouldn't, it would mean that you are limiting or resisting your humane self. And that's not what I'm saying. Resistance isn't insistence, because insistence isn't denial. It's just the fact that you're being and you're what is. So it is okay. It is okay. The fact that you think space is valuable And the fact that some people think that space is invaluable is okay. The fact that you want to be productive and the fact that you want to take rest at the same time is okay. Observe the fact that all of the thoughts that are spiraling in all of the situations and all of the ways that you overthink a situation are all revolving around the fact that you're just not okay with doing a certain thing, that you're just not believing that there can be more than one opinion. Your opinion doesn't have to be what others' opinions are. And this is a cliche thing. But it isn't cliche now as I'm talking to you, because if you knew this, you wouldn't be listening to me until now. If you knew that all opinions are okay and if you had an open mind, you would already have believed that what you're feeling right now is okay as well. But still you feel that what you're feeling right now, that you have to be productive, that you have to not take rest, you still feel that because you're not okay. You're just not okay, not in a sense that you're mentally not okay or mentally unstable. It's the fact that you're just not, it's not acceptance, it's just this mastery, this skill of accepting the fact that you're, it's okay to feel two emotions at the same time, that it's okay to just be. It's hard to touch on this because the thing is, when you insist that what you are in this moment is what is, the transition from what is to the fact that it is okay, it's hard. Because when you start to observe, you start to see the flaws in you and you start to try to perfect them. But instead of perfecting them, if you just observe and if you just are okay with the fact that you're feeling what you are observing, then that would mean that you're not resisting the fact that you're feeling it. So you're not saying that it isn't okay to feel it. You're not changing your brain or rewiring your brain to not feel it. Then you're insisting on the fact that what you're feeling in this moment is valuable to your brain. And that will lead you to to more, to more, to more. More in the sense that you are more. In the end, you are, it is okay. You are the feeling of okayness. You are the feeling of it. You are the feeling of is. This video is the sign that you need, that all of you people need, to accept the fact that, to accept the fact that you are okay. You are okay to live. You are okay to just be. Now, I don't want you to confuse this video into a certain label. This video isn't meant to have a label of the summary of the bottom line being that you have to accept yourself for where you are or you have to accept yourself in the present situation. I'm I want you to label this video and to come to this video when you want to tap into the energy of being okay again, of being satisfied in where you're at. Now, the more, let's move on to the consequence of understanding this. The more you understand that all of the situations that you've gone through, and all of the ways that you spiraled out and you've made decisions because of the spiraling, you understand that you didn't have to spiral because it was okay either way, and you understand that either way, even though both were okay, you just did what you wanted to do at that moment. So the consequence of this is that you do what you want in the end. And to do to really understand what you want, it is also important to understand that both sides of the spectrum are okay. So most people, what we do is that we go to one spectrum and we experience all of the thoughts there, and we go to this other side of the spectrum and we experience all of the thoughts there, and then we reach this middle state where we're like, what do I do now? And where we're like, okay, so that was okay so I felt like that, and well, it wasn't really nice, or it didn't really resonate with me, but I felt that, and yeah, it was okay to feel that. It was okay. And when I came here as well, it didn't feel like this side of the spectrum, but it didn't feel like what I actually wanted to feel at that moment, but still, like, it was what I felt at that moment, so it was okay. So you feel okay in both sides for the fact that those were what happened in that moment, but really you have this inner knowing that you wanted more, that you wanted more than that, and now you understand that you want this. And when you understand that you want that, then that attracts you, because you're not resisting the fact that you want it. You're insisting on the fact that you want it, right? So instead of going to other sides of the spectrum, though it is easier said than done, and though I don't think this usually occurs, but in some cases it does happen where we don't need to go to both sides of the spectrum, and we can just understand the fact that it is okay to be on other sides of the spectrum. And when we understand that, what happens? We get what we want. We get that more. Because we understand that we want more and we are not resisting it anymore. Once you start to not resist, you get what you want. Once you start to insist on yourself, you are going to you are going to keep on aligning to what you are attracting at that moment. So this mastery, this skill set happens moment by moment by moment by moment by moment by moment, a tongue twister, because it literally twists you from inside out, because it's hard to understand so deeply without experiencing it. It's hard to not resist. It's hard to insist that what you want is what you want. It is hard to insist what is for you. That's why we have systems. That's why we have structures built around us. And that's why we also have routines, because it's hard to insist on what we actually need at that moment, because we end up resisting what we need. And when we have a certain routine, we are familiar to that routine, and so that becomes the way of saying to our brain that you are not resisting if you do that routine. But is that really true if you think about it? Isn't just being and doing what you want at that moment more logical than following a routine that you made a few days back when you were in another energy, you know? So, the moral is that it's just that the more you tap in to the fact that like it's it's all inside your head, the more you tap into the fact that you don't really need to follow what other systems have, to follow what you have made for yourself in the past, it not only breaks this bond with that specific system and routine, but it makes you more rebellious. Rebellious in the sense that it makes you want to achieve what you want even more. That makes us be like rebellious, because that is what society labels those types of people get who get what they want, but who just know what they want. And since it's a continuous process, it's moment by moment by moment, you are you are constantly you are constantly going to have to choose what you want, choose what you want. And I'm telling this mentally, spiritually, I'm telling this as in energy, as in terms of energy. You have to choose what type of energies you associate in every single moment. You have to choose the fact that you don't want to follow this limiting belief. That is also true, but what happens is you have to also choose physical, materialistic things, and that is the hard part, because that is where society comes into play. You have to choose that you want this type of career because that's what you want. You have to choose that you want this type of people, this set of people to be with, because that is what you want. Because that is what you want, since you're okay with being, for being what is. So, just so I don't want to label things as hard, but I don't also want to negate the fact that this process requires mastery and it requires commitment to yourself. That's why most people don't go into this path. They don't. This is not bettering yourself, this is not improving yourself, this is not accepting yourself. It's none of those labels. This, what I'm telling to you right now, this is the dance between you and the source of this world. It's this dance between you and what you are called to do. And you can think of this calling, if you have faith, as a calling from your God, or you can think of this as a calling from yourself, from what you wanted as a child, from what you knew that you would be. Some things we just know, and I don't think that we should question those things. So those wants are what we go for. And while we go for those wants through this process of mastery, not self improvement, what happens is that we continuously tap into more energies, and that makes us more unaligned from what we are feeling in that moment, which is our feelings, thoughts, and our willpower to do what it is that you want at that moment. So, the more you tap into those energies, the more you stop connecting to what you want. So, that's why this video has come to you, and that's why from this video onwards, you're going to commit to yourself the fact that from this moment onwards, you are going to be okay with being okay. You're going to be okay with being whatever you are in that moment. If you're a mess, be okay with that. And then, after you're okay with that, see what you're feeling, see what your thought is, see what your thought is in that moment, see what amount of will you have in that moment, and act according to that. Actions are also required. This is not only a mental thing. Because if you want to use this to actually make quantum shifts or actually quantum jump into a more abundant reality in this physical world, what you have to do is more rigorous, because you'll constantly have to tap in, and you'll constantly have to act. You'll constantly have to want to act, and to act when you don't feel like you want it, when you're not connected, when you're more susceptible to other energies. So, yeah, it requires mastery, but we can do it. Everyone can do it. That's why we are here. We are here to connect. We are here to do our calling. And those who choose to do that, those who choose to connect, will, will connect in the end. And the connection is the abundance, isn't it? The energy that we get from that connection is the abundance. So why not just tap in, soften, breathe, and just be okay with being who you are. And stop following. Stop following what you think is right or wrong. Right or wrong doesn't apply. What applies is what you want at that moment. And that is insistence, which is not denial of what you're feeling. So feel, be okay with it, understand it, choose what you want to do at that moment, act upon it, and then live. This is living, but yeah, you get what I mean. I think the main reason I've made this is because there are so many people who continuously follow a certain standard that they have to adhere to. There are so many people who label themselves as a particular type of personality because that is what they are familiar with following. But instead of following, why not just you know why not just be what is? Yeah, those who get it will get it, but I really do hope that the process that I've explained here is what can be spread out to more people than those who resonate with this, because I want this to be a part of what you can achieve. I just want you to connect. I just want you to stop being a perfectionist yeah. I'll stop there because yeah, I think I've got the got my energy out. So yeah, I'll look at you very very soon, and if you've made it until this point, you you I have no words. I admire you. I'll look at you very very soon.